I did not email any classified material to anyone on my email. There is no classified material. I did not send classified material, and I did not receive any material that was marked or designated classified.
I should have used two accounts, one for personal, one for work-related emails. That was a mistake. I'm sorry about that. I take responsibility.
Oh, I'm not willing to say it was an error in judgment because nothing that I did was wrong.
Are you 100% confident that nothing is going to come of this FBI investigation?
I am 100% confident. This is a security review that was requested. It is being carried out. It will be resolved.
So you said at a March press conference in 2015, quote, I did not email any classified material to anyone on my email. There is no classified material. So can we say definitively that that statement's not accurate?
No, you can't.
You're just saying it shouldn't have been classified.
Well, what I'm saying is it wasn't at the time.
The evolution of the answer about email as this investigation continues. We're back with the panel. Judge, you wrote about this today. There are multiple reports, not confirmed yet, that an interview will take place soon with the FBI, and possibly they're coming to the end of this investigation. What do you think?
I think that Mrs. Clinton is currently at the vortex of a perfect storm of legal misery. Her senior aides from her years as the Secretary of State, who are still very close to her, have been ordered to testify under oath in 2 Freedom of Information Act requests in a discovery context, meaning the ability of the lawyer to ask questions is wide and broad, and there's no judge there to sustain any objections. And 2 federal judges, one of whom appointed by her husband, have both suggested there is likely evidence of a conspiracy in the office of the Secretary of State when she was there to evade and avoid federal law. Add to that in the very same week, the same people that are going to be examined in those 2 Freedom of Information Act cases are being called into the FBI and asked if they want to speak to the FBI. A very dangerous thing for any lawyer to allow his client to do. And after that, Mrs. Clinton will be called in. She's damned if she does, she's damned if she doesn't. If she goes in there, they will catch her in material misrepresentations because she's been making them for a year on this. If she doesn't go in there, she will defy her statement, I can't wait to talk to the FBI, which of course they disbelieve because nobody wants to talk to the FBI when you're the subject of one of their criminal investigations.
Chuck, I mean, the political insiders here, the conventional wisdom is that it's just never going to happen. They're never going to indict her. But there is some doubt whether the FBI moves forward with a recommendation.
Look, the whole thing boils down to the statutes that she might have violated that pertain to the handling of classified information. And the limiting factor that I have identified that seems to argue that she would not be indicted is the very strong Judge Scienter requirement. This has to be knowing and willful criminal conduct. They have to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that whatever she did wrong, she did knowingly and willfully.
Well, that one email where she says take the headings off.
But that does not involve that does not involve the other elements of these offenses. Just let me finish the point. Sure. And they have prosecutorial discretion. The big difference here between Petraeus and Hillary is that when Petraeus was in the perjury trap, he lied to the FBI, which triggered the whole thing. You're right. She's at risk in this perjury trap that she's in now, and that could lead to a derivative charge. But if it only focuses on just the business about the server, I think what they're going to come down with is a report that says she was very negligent, she made a lot of bad decisions, she risked a lot of things she shouldn't have, but we couldn't prove this crime beyond a reasonable doubt.
This is a rare federal statute. Whether this is good or bad is another subject, where the person can be prosecuted for gross negligence. The government does not have to show intent because it's espionage.
Knowing and willful says right there in the statute.
Can be proven by negligence in this particular statute.
The ultimate irony is that the reason she embarked on all this was to hide her communications from the world, from the Freedom of Information Act, from the Congress. That was the point. There's no other point in doing this. It's meant to evade subpoenas, inquiries, congressional committees. And now it's all over the world. I mean, everything is out there. We know that 22 of these were extremely highly secret. And it's a perfect, the word condign was invented for this kind of retribution. This is conduct punishment. You want to hide your official acts in a way that nobody else has, and nobody else would try to. You're going to be exposed to the world. I think she gets either indicted or there's a criminal referral somehow squashed by the higher-ups. I can't see her getting away from this with nothing.
State Department's redacted and declared 2,101 work emails classified at this moment, at least at the confidential level. 44 classified as secret, 22, as you mentioned, classified as top secret. The two people involved in this most now are the FBI Director, Jim Comey, and the Attorney General, Loretta Lynch. And when we talked to her, she said this is going apace. She would not answer whether she's the ultimate decider, but I assume she is.
It would be highly unusual for Jim Comey to conduct the interrogation himself, but I wouldn't put it past him because he's a detail-oriented guy who's been receiving daily reports on this since they started the investigation a year ago.